I know who. I won't say it and ruin it. Can't join lobby. It's full. Yes, Reeves. I know that it's full. What? Who started it? You started it way too early. Double lift. Why did you do that? All right. Well, in the meantime, we're going to roll through and explain very quickly how it works while a couple bans are happening. So, for those of you who are new, first of all, if you're on the stream, welcome Demora, welcome Kill Will, welcome Boogleball's back. It's been a while. Welcome to Briar. It's been an eternity. And welcome to Sammy. Welcome back to Death Design. So what we normally do is we do team names, and we also make sure that the teams are at least somewhat balanced before starting the game. Also give people time to jump into Discord, get into the right team location so that you can communicate with your friends and all of that sort of stuff. If you don't have any friends, well, welcome to the stream. You can make some friends on the stream. So we'll have to figure that out. In the meantime, though, if there's any chat suggestions, you don't even have to play this game to give me some team names in the chat. I would happily have that. Knock, knock, don't worry about dodging. We'll just go ahead and roll this one through. But I'm just going to take team name suggestions from the chat. In the meantime, it is going to be the LeBlanc and Zed banned away from blue team, whereas on red team, they did take away the Draven, which is not who you would typically think of as a first tier ban champion. All right, our ADC main, what do you think about that?
Draven is not been meta and has not been meta for a very long time. He does have a new decent build, or rather mastery path, I guess you'd call it. He, if you take Conqueror on him, he does absolutely retarded damage early game, but gets outscaled, and if he doesn't get snowballed, and he just has a sign on his back that literally says "Camp me." Because Draven is just that champion that if you camp him and you take away those early game stacks he gets, he's just completely worthless. Because so much of his usefulness as a champion is rolled up into snowball passive. If he kills you and gets ahead, he's really difficult to deal with. He's also such a mechanically difficult champion. Like the players who play him are often so focused on the mechanics of just playing the champion right that they turn their brains offline when it comes to like actually paying attention to what's going on around them and on the map in general. Because Draven's pretty difficult to play properly, harder than Bane. There's just more mechanics to guiding his axes to where you want them to fall and not just catching them.
Yep, so it is going to be Brum, the final ban from Team Howling. I have named them since no one was giving suggestions in chat. It's going to be Team Howling versus Team Camp. Played up here this time, game number 2 of the night.
Me.
Well, you were talking. You didn't give me suggestions, but I did take one of your suggestions you didn't even know, called Team Camp, when you were talking about Draven being camped in the bottom lane. Aurelia as well as Leona, the last 2 bans from Team Camp, as they are going to pick up a Gragas. This is a champion that I love seeing in game. He changes things up so much. He has some very unique jungle paths, as well as just in general is a fun champion to watch. His ultimate being able to displace so many members as well as deal good damage. It's always a satisfying feeling when he throws out that ult just to get that execution on somebody at max range. Wonderful things coming out. But TSM Double Lift picking up the Ezreal, most likely for the AD carry role for Team Howling, as Briar is going to get to lock in his Rumble in the top lane. He said the last time he played this...
Ready to rumble! Sorry.
Yes, it is 5 bans.
To do that for months.
It is 5 bans after round 2. So there's 3 picks on each side, and then you get to do the second bans as Wraith is crackling into his microphone to eat some chips. But, ooh, Sakura Sammy picking up the fiddlesticks. Is it a criddle in the middle, in the criddle with the fiddle, in the criddle in the middle? These are some unique champions coming out from Team Howling. I like what we see so far. Demora picking up Karma, and Killwin gets the I kill you, I win Kaisa for the bottom lane AD carry role for Team Camp.
Yep, pretty much. I understand the Draven ban now, because Draven eats Kaisa for breakfast. Anyway, so, also, Ezreal right now. Interesting to talk about. Doesn't even approach as nearly as good as Kaisa. But Ezreal has a new build path, where he builds, Mirror Mana first, and once that's fully stacked, he builds Archangels. So both tier items, and gets them all fully stacked. And he gets so much mana. Mirror Mana does a ton of damage. And Ezreal has decent AP ratios on his abilities. So having AP on him from Archangels is really good, as well as the active from Archangels gives him this massive shield, because it gives you a shield equal to the percentage of your mana. So that's the new Ezreal build. So Gragas locked in. This is the game of the off-meta stuff. So Gragas, not exactly meta. Rumble, not exactly meta. Fiddlesticks, not meta at all.
I mean, the real question is, other than I think Season 2, is there any season that Fiddlesticks has been meta? And back in Season 2, the only reason he was taken was just because everything was so focused on those late game 5v5 fights that when he pops over a wall running that ultimate, that it really did some decent damage. But I don't think he's been truly meta in a very long time.
Yeah, not in a long time, but he's had patches. He was meta back when mage supports were really, really the thing, back when you had Annie, Brand, all those champions down bot. Fiddlesticks found himself filtering into that meta a lot because of the silence and the fear that he brought to the table, as well as the sustain. Nong Nong picking up the Jhin. All right, okay, I see how it is. I'm liking it, Nong Nong. Really liking the Jhin there.
He did mention that you were going to enjoy the Jhin or he just said you would enjoy this game this time around. So we'll have to see how all of that goes down. But in the meantime, it is Urgot picked up by Death's Design. These are some really unique champions that don't often get played in the game, and I love seeing them picked up this time around. Though, Pogs is on a Gnar. We have seen Gnar quite a few times before. Very strong champion, hard to set up for that engage, but if you do, it can be incredibly strong, that Mega Gnar form, but not only giving you tank, but also giving you the ability to truly decimate the enemy team. Also, thank you, Frankimus, for the follow. I'm sorry that the alert didn't tick over. It's something that I've got to work on a little bit more, but I do see that you did Fragmius.
So, it looks like it is going to be Jhin mid too. I'm very excited.
Ooh, mid lane Jhin. You've played this a little bit before.
A lot before, because I don't really mid lane. So I play Jhin bot lane, and then when I get autofilled to mid, I play Jhin mid lane, and it works fine. He's actually a pretty decent 1v1 lane holder, except when you end up playing against Azir or Zed or Yasuo. All three of those really, really suck. Anyway, so let's run through champions and players and then do a little bit of analysis. What do you say, Jake?
Absolutely. For Team Howling, we've got TSM Doublelift taking that Ezreal in the bottom lane role, truly filling in for Doublelift as he didn't play hardly any Ezreal this split. Syndicate Briar taking Rumble in the top lane, as he said in chat game number 1. Sakura Sammy with the Fiddlesticks in the bottom lane supportive role. Nong Nong on the Jhin bottom lane. Mid lane. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. Nong Nong with the Jhin in the mid lane, and Death's Design on the Urgot in the jungle, which is not something we normally see out of an Urgot. Excited to see how that goes. Giveaway for Team Camp.
So for Team Camp, we've got Boogle Balls taking Gragas in the jungle. Nice off meta right there. We've got Demora on Karma in the supportive role down bot lane, and Killwin taking Kaisa along. That is an appropriate name for that champion. I like Pogs with Yasuo probably in the mid lane, and then Wincarnation rounding it out with Gnar in the top lane. So quick look through all of these. Camp has the fact that Kaisa is absolutely retardedly, idiotically broken. Like, you don't... It's kind of like playing Misfortune, except, you know, it's about the same amount of brain cells required to play Kaisa as it is to play Misfortune. She just scales so incredibly well with so much sustain, it's almost impossible to kill her. Anyway, so Yasuo... pretty good if you can get ahead, but not a guaranteed win whatsoever. But their main advantage is in this Kaisa. Wincarnation probably has a pretty good matchup in top lane into Urgot. Gnar has a tendency to beat most things in lane. up there. However,
He's against
Nong
Rumble.
Nong, yeah, Nong Nong playing Jin mid on the other hand. Oh wait, yeah, that's Urgot jungle.
That's what I was saying earlier,
What?
is that it's completely changing it up. Urgot in the jungle, whereas it's the top lane Rumble against the Gnar, so he should be able to have some decent burn. One of the great things about Gnar is being able to hop away after an engage. However, Rumble, with those harpoons, should slow Gnar down enough that he's able to get a little bit of last hits in there. And then the most curious thing is, how are these ganks from the Urgot going to happen? Is he going to take Predator and come speeding out of the jungle to throw you backwards into his teammates and try to finish you off? Is he going to pop up when you're hiding underneath your turret with low health and drop his ultimate down on you and chew you into bits? How is this going to work? We've never seen it before, and it's been a long time since we've seen Fiddlestick support as well. This game is all over the place, but thank you, DX Meth, for the Amazon Prime sub. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, there is only Zool. There's only DX Meth, but I appreciate you doing the subscription with Amazon Prime, even if we do not have the alerts running at the moment. Streamlabs has been giving me a little bit of trouble all night long. That's why I've had to reset the chat, I think, on every single panel that I switch to. But we'll make it work, guys. We'll get through the night. Also, if you're interested in seeing some other crazier games, stick around for game number 3. That is always our craziest game of the night, where we do some really game-breaking stuff. We change up build paths, we change up champion options, we change up a lot of stuff and make it a lot of fun. So be sure to stick around for that. And if you want to join into the craziest game of the night, and probably one of the craziest games you've ever played, feel free to stick around and send me your in-game name over either League of Legends or the Twitch chat, and I'll make sure that I can invite you, because it will be an invite only for game number 3. But now we're going to look at some awesome skins. Order of the Lotus Karma, Vandal Gragas, Nightbringer Yasuo, Giant Enemy Crab God. I mean, can you get a better skin than that? Unfortunately, he doesn't have the lady hanging over his shoulder anymore. That was probably my favorite part of his old skin before they did the rework. Surprise Party Fiddlestick, Super Galaxy Rumble. If you had to pick a team to win, who would it be, Wraith? Who would it be?
Well, it's kind of a battle of scaling and who gets ahead. Nong Nong has his work cut out for him mid lane. Yasuo is a pretty hard counter to Jin mid. He's one of the worst matchups that Jin mid has. However, if he can get a really good advantage for himself and get to that, because they haven't nerfed the Ginsu's Rage Blade thing. By the way, we've got time. I'm just gonna rehash the fact that Riot has made an exception in the programming of the item Ginsu's Rage Blade, specifically so it doesn't recursively stack.
We're going to hear that every single stream from now until Riot changes it. I may have to get a new Duocaster, guys. I may have to get a new Duocaster.
No, Jake. Chill. I've got a soapbox. I've got a bone to pick.
That's why I need a new Duocaster. Accepting applications for Duocasters, not ADC mains that are salty about Jin and are always favoring the ADC role for MVPs or honorable mentions. But, you know, moving right along, it looks like the members of Team Howling are going to move up from the bottom lane, get a little bit of poke down, but just kind of get some vision on where Team Camp is going to be moving to, as Boogleballs will be starting the blue buff. That's a fun name to say, Boogleballs. Boogleballs on the Gragas. Oh, Sammy moving forward. Let's check real quick on that Fiddlesticks. I do believe, yes, he did start that Dark Wind. So if he gets within range, he could potentially steal the blue buff. Oh, it's a little bit early for that. Just going to do a little bit of silencing. Some extra damage. Back away. Be safe. Ezreal being the solo leash for the Urgot. And I'm really curious to see how well Urgot does in the jungle. How fast he gets those clears down. But Nong Nong getting some good poke onto Pogs. One of those things of being able to push the Yasuo back is he doesn't have anyone to jump to. He likes to dash through the minions to build up those wind stacks. And Urgot goes in for an aggressive invade here, looking for the Gragas early. Level 2, he's already finished off most of his Drakes, sealing away all 3 of those wolves, forcing Gragas out of his own jungle.
Actually, Gragas got all of them with the Empowered Barrel.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
that was a nice snipe. I'd missed that completely.
Yeah, he had the barrel sitting there, and then Urgot went to steal them. But Gragas detonated the barrel in the nick of time and got all 3 of them down.
So a failed invade by the Urgot. It is an Infernal Drake very early on in this game, so that should add all more fun and craziness to this action as Kai'Sa being chunked down to half health there. Fiddlesticks just getting that harassment down with the Dark Wind, as both of these bottom laners, while extremely squishy, have a lot of poke to dish out.
Yeah, I've actually decided that Fiddlesticks is probably my least favorite champion to have in the bot lane with me.
Besides
as
Lux?
an ADC. Yes, over Lux, actually. The main reason being, hold on, we've gotten engaged by Briar in the top lane.
Yeah, Wincarnation cooked up a bit. However, now that all of those abilities have been used and are now on cooldown, the overheating of Rumble forcing him back up. The flash heal from the Kai'Sa in the bottom lane, as that engage is just so strong. They had the poke, but the main thing from that was the fear from the Fiddlesticks setting up Killwind to take a lot of damage. However, he's going to take some tower shots on that one and be put very low as well. So both bottom laners from both sides need to be playing safe, otherwise they could be first blood.
Yeah. The main reason I don't like Fiddlesticks bot has absolutely nothing to do with him being a viable support. I hate Lux because she sucks at supporting. Fiddle actually brings some pretty crazy CC to the bottom lane, but what I hate about him is exactly that. He screws up the CS. I'm a player, like, I get a lot of my advantages off of knowing how to control the wave and when to push and when to freeze. I really favor freezing. Hold on, Death's Design, walking into lane.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed. Urgot was coming into lane knowing that the Gnar was about to go mini Gnar form. However, just before mini Gnar, the Wincarnation had a beautiful play. Well, we may still be able to get it, though. Nice little throw back, and that's going to be Wincarnation falling. Urgot Jungle getting first blood. Boogleballs here, not in time for the rescue. May end up sacrificing his own life as well, as he's very low. The pings are in. Why is he doing that? He flashes forward. Briar now may be taken out by the turret, but no, the Rumble sneaks away to safety. He shield speed boost as well, and that's 2 quick kills over to Team Howling. I wanted to finish my comment very quickly on the Gnar. Was that still in Mega Gnar form, he did his stun slam on the Rumble to slow any opportunity for any harpoons to come out, and then in mini Gnar form, as he instantly switches over, hops to a minion, and disengages completely, but didn't expect Death's Design to continue to stick around, and once those cooldowns had been used, it was all up to Briar to just walk forward, throw down those harpoons, and set it up for Urgot to come in, not only get first blood, but also give Briar himself a second blood early on in this game.
Yeah, and you just saw on display down there in the bot lane why I hate Fiddlesticks, because when he throws his, what is that thing, Dark Wind? Oh, wow, forcing out the flash from I Like Pogs. Well played by Nong Nong in the mid lane, using that poke and fourth shot damage very effectively to trade in between Yasuo's shields, playing very aggressively into the Yasuo in the early levels, doing an excellent job. I'm really enjoying seeing this. But yeah, you see right there, it screws up the CS so much and often ends up taking away. It's especially bad right when the wave's about to crash into tower, because then you can't farm it under turret. So it's really not worth the amount of poke you get. And for the amount it really damages the wave and makes it difficult for your ADC to farm. Otherwise, I actually really like Fiddle support. He brings this retardedly powerful fear that's point and click. You don't even have to worry about them missing it. Also, the ultimate at level 6 is so easy to bait your opponent into overcommitting for it.
Gragas, Boogleballs around the corner, but they did see him, had vision, and so we're able to grab that one up. And now it's going to be Boogleballs moving away from the bottom lane, just grabbed a little bit of vision before moving to safety. Wanted to comment real quick. So what you're saying is that you would love to see Fiddlesticks' Dark Wind only work on champions and not target to minions, is how I'm hearing it.
Or deal less damage to minions.
Oh, that's true. The best option, though, is when it bounces back and forth very quickly. But knowing that the engage isn't down, there's the fear, though, the heal as well. Sammy taking a lot of damage, Ignite sticking away, and that's going to be a kill for the Karma in the bottom lane. Double lift in trouble, TSM trying to get away, forced to flash as well. But here comes the juggle. Urgot, he's only level 5, doesn't have level 6, but does have the slow with the grenade as well. Demora goes back in to try to finish off double lift with the chain. Not going to find it. Gragas coming around the corner. He's level 5 as well. No ultimates to speak of in the bottom lane so far. The speed forward from the Mantra Shield on the Karma, but the Urgot's damage is just too strong. Double lift takes out one. Killwin takes out himself, and that's going to be the last up to Death's Design to try to finish off the Kaisa, but not going to find it. However, he's still moving in aggressively. There's a Yasuo on his tail, though, that may be the Urgot following as the camera keeps switching to the top lane. We don't care about those two. We care about the bottom lane. The snare goes down onto Pogs. He tries to throw up the wind while stopping Jin from using the ultimate. He comes in with the 4-shot, flashes forward, and that's an execution onto Killwin. And then the last little crit shot onto the Yasuo, forcing him to back away, but not getting the kill. So many kills on the bottom lane. I love this game so far.
That is like the first time I've seen anyone on this stream flash force shot. That made me so happy on so many levels.
Well, successfully. I think we've seen Flash Fourth Shot attempt before, and it never quite worked out. But it worked out this time with a mid lane Jin, now 1-0-0. Basically sees Yasuo's build path and says, I'll follow the same suit, why not? As the suit Gnar in the top lane misses his slam, ult down from Briar, getting nice burn onto Incarnation. One harpoon is down, and the burning flame spitter finishes off the Gnar, who is now 0-2 in the top lane, ahead in farm, but that's still not what you want to see on your top lane Gnar against a Rumble, who is currently 2-0-1 on a non-meta champion. Killwin in the bottom lane doing execution damage, finishing off the Fiddlesticks, hopping over the double lift to avoid the ultimate. Oh, that was some nice moves by Killwin.
Still hate Kaisa. Champion's too easy to win with. Sorry. Hold on. Let me wave my pennant flag. Yay! Kaisa got another kill. Although I do appreciate the dabbing penguin from Killwin, so I'll give him credit for that one. The dabbing penguin is probably my favorite emote.
Apparently, someone in the CL league that Reeves is a part of, the team got... Well, we can't talk about that for the moment because it is going to be engaged. Double engage here from the top laner and jungler. The burning is down. The ultimate from Death's Design, eating away the Kaisa. That's how you finish him off. And Briar with the flash forward for the last auto attack takes out the Karma as well. So 2 kills down. 4 members here could potentially go on to the Infernal Drake, but they're low enough health, at least Death's Design is low enough health. They have decided to back off for now. Nope, they are going to go right back in. Gragas around the corner, maybe attempting to steal this, as Death's Design is here as well. But it looks like with the backing of Rumble, the members of Blue Team, Team Howling, are going to back away. And Sammy put pretty low health off of that damage from the Infernal.
Yeah, it's... Not too surprising. He is a squishy Fiddlesticks, and that's a lot of damage coming out. Is Nong Nong? I do believe Nong Nong, itemizing first into attack speed, is going toward the fast build for Jin. If you're not familiar with the fast build,
moves from Nong Nong. He got the 4th shot movement speed with that extra little crit, but it won't matter because the last breath is out from the Yasuo. Nice plays there. Didn't even need the Gragas ultimate to finish him off. Double lift though, maybe going down. One more tower shot. The healing on the minions keeps him alive with that healing potion. However, that's still the Gragas quick to fall with the shotgun kneecaps. Urgot now 4-1-3. Ultimate from Rumble slowing down. I like Pogs trying to escape. The first harpoon not going to land. The second going to whiff as well. The slow from Death's Design grenade here as well. Can he get the damage down? Will it be enough? Death's Design picks up one. Wincarnation tries to finish off. It's Death's Design hits the blast cone to save the Rumble. But now he's in trouble. Mega Gnar here. He is slowed even further with that grenade. And I don't think he's going to be able to chase this one in. Death's Design with a beautiful save.
Yeah, that was very well played. All throughout that, I can't see that going any better for Blue Team. Rumble got his entire kit off, managed to get the kill, and then also managed to get away using the blast plant there. manage to escape with his life, get the kill, and not give over the shutdown gold that would have happened there. So really, Rumble and Urgot roaming around the map very well, exerting pressure all over the place. And meanwhile, in the bot lane, Killwin, playing an AFK champion, is doing quite well. The Kai'Sa salt is real. I've lost too many games versus Kai'Sa, guys. I'm sorry.
76 farm, 262, still slightly in the lead, but there's movement in the top lane as Sammy with TSM double lift is going to be slowing down and getting the fear onto Wincarnation. Will be enough. They're underneath the turret. Wincarnation's taking it away. Double lift's got the damage though. Sammy uses the nice Zhonya's there. It's not even really a Zhonya's at the moment. It was just the stopwatch. Still is, no, actually survives it. Gragas falls because Sammy's Fiddlesticks has the heal. Now Pogs may be in trouble. Urgot goes right over the wall. Rumble's here as well. 3 hard collapse, and that's going to be Alec Pogs falling from the bottom lane as well. Pings onto the Infernal Drake as the blue team, Team Howling, going to make their way over there and should be able to pick that one up. It is only the Kai'Sa and Karma close enough to even attempt to stop it, and they aren't going to walk that direction.
Yeah, so just talking about this Jhin build real quick. So this is known as the fast build. There's this thing in the Jhin sub-community called the fast, which is your, oh wow, Wincarnation with the fancy footwork, going to completely annihilate TSM double lift, dodging out on so many of those. Anyway, back to Jhin.
Back to something more interesting.
Yes. Yeah. TSM double lift just got blown up, but nobody wants to hear about that. Everyone.
You ran out of time. We're having the engage from Urgot onto Boogle Balls, easily able to pick that one up.
And
he is 6-1 with a black cleaver, taking out the Gragas. Rumble there, getting a little bit of assist as well. All right, you got 30 seconds to talk about the.
I have as much dang time as I want to talk about Jhin.
I need a new spectator. I need a new shoutcaster. Somebody find me a better duo caster that's going to talk about something other than Kai'Sa and Jhin for 3/4 of the game. Wincarnation goes in, however, the fear down is from the Fiddlesticks, gets the heal as well as your ultimate going to fly in, just kind of make the Gnar double think twice about going in underneath the turret. He doesn't have the Mega Gnar form up as well. There is Ezreal around the corner. They could try to 2v1. Sammy really just being a nuisance at the moment.
Yeah, that's the truth. Now, the fact that that Gnar really managed to get that 1v1 down onto TSM double lift is very surprising, considering he statted all for magic resist and had no damage. That was very interesting. But then again, at the time, you know, Ezreal was sitting on pieces too, so
Boogle Balls hopping over the wall to try to protect this top lane turret. Surprisingly, throughout this game, while at the 15-minute mark, we haven't had too many turrets fall. Top lane for Howling, very low. Boogle Balls, though, very low as well. Maybe going down, but the flash forced out from Wincarnation onto DX, or onto double lift. But the ult from the Fiddlesticks may get some extra damage onto Pogs before he falls. He's trying to heal up. Boogle Balls gets in. No ultimate available, but does finish off. It's the Gnar, actually, who gets double kill. Jhin finishing off the Gragas as well as the Yasuo, as they're going to show, and they just have more damage. Wincarnation tries to get underneath the turret. Nice stun onto Briar. The turret shooting him down very low, but waiting for the mini Gnar form to try to escape. But the last shot from the Jhin, crit shotting, finishing him off, and Nyong is off to a great game, 5-1-0 in this game, as Team Howling continues to win out on these team fights, just bringing more players to the party.
Yeah, the hilarious thing about this build is every time you crit with Jin's passive, you get bonus movement speed. The amount of bonus movement speed is dictated by the amount of attack speed you have and crit chance. So the idea behind this build is just to build a pure attack speed and crit chance and go at Mach 25 while doing 0 damage. It's pretty amusing and so perfectly Nong.
So that's what you mean by fast. I thought fast meant you get to buy lots of cheap items, but fast means you literally are fast as he speeds his way around,
yes,
but not going to avoid those rockets from the Kai'Sa. Boogle Ball's now on. Can Death's Design be able to 2v1? I don't think so. Going to fall. And Kai'Sa picks up her 4th of the game, as Team Camp have a long way to go to get back into this. Almost 3,000, 4,000 gold down. And if they can get this top lane turret, may start to even some of that gold.
Yeah, I really hope Nong Nong builds a Rage Blade just so I can say goodbye to it properly.
All
This
right.
is it's getting patched tomorrow, so that's why I'm so salty.
Nong Nong, if you're on the stream and you hear that, or anyone on your team, Briar, I know you're on. Tell Nong Nong to build a Rage Blade. TSM going to be trying to defend the mid lane. Briar doing a good job of defending the top lane. Kill win should be able to go down. The heal forced out, but may still be enough with the brain taking away. No! The execution and Ezra ult's just too shy. And that's going to be Briar on the Rumble falling once again. In the bottom lane, Pogs continues to push in this turret, but not getting much damage as Jin's there to defend. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, look at how fast Nong Nong is. It's like he has Ghost every time he autos.
Google Balls just farming away, has been put down a little bit this game, 2-6-3 versus his opposite, the off-meta Urgot jungle, 7-2-4. I don't play jungle, but that alone makes me kind of tempted to play jungle Urgot because it just looks really ridiculously fun as Double Lift in the mid lane continues to try to harass away. Wincarnation backing up. Is setting up himself for that Meganar Rage bar. But Baron up in a minute 30. Drake up in a minute. It is an Ocean Drake.
So I don't think anybody's going to be going for Baron on spawn. However, the Ocean Drake might be a little more contested. Not the most contested Drake in the game, obviously.
Ooh, Boogleball's trying to go for an engage, but just hits everybody back before getting engaged himself. But that's a 3-man stun from Wincarnation. Double Lift is executed. Kill Win getting that kill. And now the rest of the team, though, taking lots of damage as Death Design going to execute too. The silence down from Sammy on that Dark Wind. And Yasuo finally finishes off the top lane turret during all of the chaos in the mid lane. But Nong Nong, with these super speedy movements, may be able to take out this mid lane turret with the help of some friends, and they are going to get it. So the siege finally completed. Yasuo still free farming in the top lane.
Yep, and is Nong Nong going to be able... he is going to go for it, and it looks like Rumble ult down, and Rumble is going to get the kill, and Jin secures the final shot onto Karma with his ultimate. That's going to be 2 kills going over, and it's most likely both the mid and bot lane outer turrets if Gnar cannot stop this Rumble.
That was actually a really dirty play by the members of Team Howling. Almost worth watching a couple times over, because the Gnar through the Rumble through the ultimate in the middle of the walkway through the jungle paths, forcing the Kai'Sa to have to walk backwards into the Jhin who was ulting. However, she was close range. He could have stopped it, but instead held it so that after she died, he could finish the last shot onto the Karma as well. So just some really good play, balancing both the damage and who was doing what to make sure that both of those members from Team Camp fell in that engage.
Yeah, Boogleball's going all in on to the Fiddlesticks, but is he going to get killed? It doesn't look like he's going to go down.
Not when you've got Urgot dragging you into your own demise, as Death Design going to do a nice job saving Sammy, who at this point continues to be nothing more than a Fiddlesticks nuisance. 1-5-7, not the greatest scoreline, but definitely a pain in the members of Team Camp's neck. Nong Nong very low health though. Flash forced out, gonna find Wincarnation on the back line. Pogs may be going down and does finish off the Jhin. Still hasn't fallen yet, as he had the ultimate and was untouched, but finally finished off by the Urgot. However, Team Camp winning this fight. Triple kill to Kai'Sa. She's moving in, unable to follow up onto Double Lift just yet. Wincarnation, though, should be able to help tank up this turret, and this may be the mid lane turret going over to Team Camp, but they've got to set the minion wave in their favor.
Yep, so Double Lift... What? Okay, that was a questionable arcane shift, and it's going to cost him his life. Very unfortunate there. I believe he meant to go over the wall, but apparently misclicked it, and ends up giving over a kill. I believe that went over to Kai'Sa. And just like that, people, Kai'Sa is 9-4.
Yep, with a Rage Blade.
Big surprise. Oh yeah, have I told you about what they did to Rage Blade? Specifically.
Okay, 26 kills to 21. So far, massively in the lead still for Team Howling, but that last team fight won by Team Camp, and picking up the mid lane exterior turret is... maybe I should just call one of these teams Team Rage Blade, or Team Rage, because Wraith's rage at this point is on level of a Rage Blade.
Yep, it stacks every time people talk about it.
Oh, that makes sense. And surprisingly, Team Camp is actually pulled into a gold lead. Only a couple hundred, but it has mostly been on this Kaisa. However, once you get into the lead, you're going to be shut down. It's even Rumble who picks it up. 5, 3, and 8. Leandra's Torment finished off, so the burn's going to be even that more potent. Baron is still alive, able to be picked up. Wincarnation Meganar is down, so it won't be available for the next engage. Looks like Howling is going to try to back off. Double lift engaged upon, but it's just going to be dodged with a nice arcane shift as the harass from this almost uncatchable Ezreal is just really tearing people's health little by little down. Yeah,
the fast version of Jhin is most fun to play in the Earth mode because there's no cap on movement speed.
Well, under 1,000 health. Baron maybe going down, and it's Urgot who picks it up with a nice smite, but now engaging onto the fight. Nong super speedy, 4th crit shots. The Gragas and Wincarnation maybe falling here as well. Tries to go in. Super Mega Gnar will get the stun onto 2. Killwin picks up 1, but can she 1v4 at this point in the game? Tries to get to the backline, but the Fiddlesticks ulti will end it as TSM double lift gets his own kill. Nong starts the channel, trying to finish off the Karma. Hits 2, gonna miss the 3rd with a 4-shot land. Oh, slows it down enough. Disdesign tries to get in, throws a grenade for the slow, and then Jhin finishes it off with a beautiful W. Nong. Oh my goodness, 10, 3, and 6.
4 kills over to Nong in that fight. Finally.
So dirty. Gonna be able to, with the Baron buff, take out the middle inhibitor turret as well as inhibitor after finishing off the Gragas as well. Boogle Ball is going to fall, and that should secure a massive gold lead for Team Howling. They fell behind for just a minute, but they have not accepted defeat and are going to come back stronger than ever now with Baron buff. They are going to back away after taking that middle inhibitor just to go ahead and grab some extra fun stuff around the map, including some more items, as the next Drake to spawn is a Mountain Drake, which will make the cracking of the base open even further a lot easier.
And it doesn't look like Nong is going to go for that Rage Blade, unfortunately. So I won't be able to see how it stacks on the fast Jhin. Anyway, but it is a very fed Jhin. Despite going the crit route, he is going to, being this far ahead, he's still going to do decent damage and be almost impossible to kill on top of that. So Killwin is now cycling around behind the Fiddlesticks and is probably going to end up getting the kill. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Wincarnation may be taken out here. The Jhin W not going to land. Yasuo, I like Pogs here, try to help out. Briar backing up. However, the Nong monster is here, and Briar going to execute the Yasuo, and now chasing on. You've got Nong with a 4th crit shot to take out the Gnar as well. Super speedy, mega ultra. Okay, hold on. I got to pause here. Because we saw a couple weeks back Mach 3 Nong Warwick, and now we're singing Mach 2 Nong Jhin. I'm starting to sense a pattern here with Nong and speed. Oh, Briar with a nice sidestep on Boogle Balls' ultimate. Gonna be able to immediately execute him onto Killwin. Uses the Zhonya's. No, I guess it was a stopwatch that he had sitting in his inventory the whole time. Just going to set it up. Will trade his life for the Kaisa, but that gives Team Howling all the doors they want in the bottom lane to take out this second tier turret. It's definitely a worth trade for Briar right there. Giving up his life to stop 2 and take down the only really fed member of his team, of the enemy team right there. Definitely good, and that's probably going to result in another inhib because of that flash play. Well done. Wow. So Nong moving very, very, very fast right now. I almost want this game to keep going on so I can see him get full build. I think he's approaching the decay point of movement speed, where it doesn't really matter.
Sammy moves in with the ultimate. That's going to be the Zanya's use as well. However, maybe sacrificing his own life with a play just to force the members of Team Cam back onto their own fountain. Urgot has finished off the second Nexus turret. Moving on, just wants to end it. Death's Design wants the game to be over, but gonna pick up a kill onto Boogle Balls in the meantime. That's the chewing, and that's the finish. In the meantime, Pog's trying to split push against the Briar. May be able to finish him off and does get the kill, but the game is already over. It's Death's Design 1v4. Does he give the last shot over to Nong Nong? No, he's gonna take it for himself. And the jungle Urgot closes the game out, sealing it to Team Howling for victory.
Indeed. So the fun part about that build is that if you take lethal tempo on Jin, it uncaps your attack speed and gives you 60 bonus. So in the late game, you go like 3 times as fast. It's very very interesting.
I think I've heard about that.
Yes, from me multiple times. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. So MVPs, honorable mentions, and shoutouts. So for Team Camp, I'm going to give trying to think who had the most impact on this game. I think honorable mention's probably going to go over to Demora. While he didn't have any incredibly flashy plays in the bottom lane, he did manage to land his abilities in such a way and zone and shield damage in such a way that it set up his AD carry to get the advantage that he did end up having and be the only linchpin in the game where they could have possibly found a win. So MVP goes over to Killwin on Kai'Sa, as much as it pains me to give someone playing Kai'Sa an MVP. Yeah, so anyway, MVPs, honorable mentions, and shoutouts for the winning team. Now, this one is going to be really freaking hard. The MVP's kind of a shoe-in. No, that's not true. I think I have to... Dang, this is hard. This one is really, really tough. Because Briar straight up crushed his lane. And really, through his rotation and ultimates and catching Kai'Sa out on multiple occasions, kept the game from snowballing. So I think he really gets honorable mention there, but Nong Nong played his lane so well, and Urgot has to get the MVP for getting all of his lanes into an advantageous position. Shoot. That's tough. Yeah, I think I'll give... But I want to give Jin MVP. Because he played...
Jin? You monster.
He played Jin mid-fast build and didn't feed with it. That's really hard to do. Fast build does basically no damage, but he made it work. Yeah.
Do you want me to call it?
This is hard. No. No, I don't. Because you'd probably give it all to the support.
No, I wouldn't give it all the support this game. I mean, Sammy did good, and it was fun to watch, but I don't think I would give it all to the support. No.
Yeah. So
No.
okay, I have to give MVP over to Death's Design because he's kind of the reason for the lead. Heavy shout out to Nong Nong because I've been accused so many times of being ADC biased. I'm definitely Jin biased, but Rumble gets the honorable mention. Briar executing that really well. So MVP, Death's Design, honorable mention, Briar, and a heavy shout out to Nong Nong. I wish I could give you MVP just for playing fast build Jin, but I can't.
No, this game was just for you.